And I will tell all the people in the room, all the non-black people in the room right now, if you ever see a black person eating a piece of chicken, trust me, as long as you're in the room, we're not enjoying it. Because we can't eat chicken like we want to eat chicken with y'all in the room. And black people know what I'm talking about. We can't eat it like we eat it at home in front of white people. You know what I'm talking about? At home, you didn't notice. At home, we eat the bones. True. We fucking break it and suck the gristle out the middle and leave the shit dry on the plate. Look like an archaeologist found it when we get through with it. But we can't do that shit in front of y'all. So we just eat it and leave it on the plate. Be walking out the restaurant like, look at all the fucking meat I left on that motherfucker. Look at all the meat I left on that fucking bowl.
Hello, this is Jimmy with the Celeb Connection, and right now I'm actually in the green room of the Improv in Washington, D.C., and I'm sitting right next to Tony Rock. Go ahead, how are you?
I'm great, and the green room is actually green, as you can see.
Yes, it is. I'm impressed. They gave y'all one picture.
One picture of a bunch of comics that have died of drug overdoses and are on their way to, so they're ready to have fun.
But what can you say? So I guess I would like to get started. How was your journey as much as theirs was?
My drug journey or my comic journey? Which one?
Comic journey.
Oh, it's great. It's great. I'm having a good time. I've been doing stand-up for 12 years, and it's just as much fun as it's been since day one. I love it. Like I've never loved any other job, and this is my favorite club to perform in. So I'm happy.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I know people say that when they get in a certain city, they say favorite city, but this is really my favorite city. No, this is really DC's number one.
Because you're not from here, so I have to say
no,
really.
I'm from Brooklyn, but to perform, DC.
Okay. So I guess tell me the most craziest, upcoming story to get to where you are now.
That's a weird question. What do you mean, like fan stuff? Or?
Yeah, fan stuff, maybe a weird tryout, audition.
Weird fan story. I had a girl one time, I was on stage in Los Angeles, and she screamed out, "I love you, Tony." I'm like, "I love you too." I start going into the jokes, and she keeps screaming, "I love you."
Oh, wow.
I'm like, okay, she needs some attention, so I'm like, how what's going on? And she's like, I have 5 piercings, and I want to show them to you right now. So I'm like, okay, well, I'll bite, go right ahead. She lifts her shirt up.
Wow.
1, 2, 3, sticks her tongue out, 4, puts her foot on the chair, pulls her skirt up, pulls her panties to the side, clit pierced. And I stood there, the room was like in awe, and I just go, yeah, that's 5. That's 5.
Yeah,
that just goes crazy. That's weird fan story. Yeah. Weird coming up story in comedy. What's a weird? My story is a little different than everybody else's because my brother's such a juggernaut. It's like the gorilla in the room. So the weird story for me would be when I first started out. There were no young black comics that would talk to me. Because everybody thought I was being passed along because of my brother. They thought I didn't have to pay the same dues they had to pay. So they thought I was like a child of privilege.
So you really had to prove yourself.
Yeah, and it was actually, they couldn't have been more wrong because my brother was like, since I am the big elephant in the room, I'm going to not do anything for you. I'm going to make you take your lumps just like everybody else. So he was the furthest from, the helping hand when I first started out. But they didn't know that. So, but yeah, I appreciate it because it made my journey more appreciative. I appreciate the journey more, and the guys that didn't want to talk to me now, they're all like, "Hey, how can I be down?" So I win in the end.
What now have you been working on? Any films?
I have a movie out now. This actually didn't drop yet. We had the screening last week. It's called The Last Laugh. It's my first time starring in a movie. It's a drama actually, so it's different in those 2 regards. I still play a stand-up comic, but it's the seedy side of comedy, like the drugs and the shady promoters and the backstabbing and all that stuff. So I'm very proud about that. It's called The Last Laugh. I'm on 2 tours right now. I'm on the Tony Rock No Sleep Till Brooklyn tour. We're doing improvs and funny bones and the smaller, more intimate venues like this. And then I'm on another tour called the Royal Comedy Tour. It's myself, D.L. Hughley, Bruce, and some more. We're doing 3,000, 4,000 seaters. So it's just a constant grind, running around, hopping around city to city to city, having a good time.
Do you have a favorite reality show?
What's my favorite reality show? I like The Bachelor.
Really?
I like The Bachelor. I like The Bachelor because of, they take the guy around the country, around the world. It's I'm kind of, I shouldn't even say this because now it's going to be leaked, but I'm kind of like a hopeless romantic, so I believe in that whole finding that one girl and riding off into the sunset with her and all that. I don't know why. I like The Bachelor. All the other reality shows on VH1 are just they show black women in a horrible light, so I don't like those. I'm addicted to them. I watch the Basketball Wives, I watch the Love and Hip Hop, but I don't like the way they show black women being catty and backstabbing.
Okay, all right, I can respect that. This whole, I guess, I guess, jump off of the whole royal wedding. Like, how do you feel about that?
The royal wedding was weird. I woke up today to take a piss and turn the TV on. The royal wedding was on every channel. And I understood, as I was watching it, I understood why people are so, like, hypnotized by it all, because every girl when she's growing up has that dream of marrying a prince, you know.
True.
It's like when you're playing with your dolls, it's like, oh, I'm gonna marry a prince, and every movie you see as a kid, the cartoon movies of the prince, and the prince rides off and comes against the girl, and she throws her hair down and the prince climbs her hair. It's all based on that.
Yeah.
So I see why people are so, you know, just awestruck with it, and it makes sense. It's like, you know,
yeah.
it's a modern day, you know,
fairy tale.
Fairy tale, right?
Okay, well, I guess I kind of respect that. She is a commoner, if you didn't know. Supposed to be, they just met in college.
Good for her.
So that's what I said.
So it's like Pretty Woman.
Yes,
it's like
very much
the
so.
prince marries a hooker. It's good.
Except for the other way around. No, but nonetheless, I want to know about any more projects or your website, so kind of like where people can, you know, find you.
Okay, I have a website that's up and running. It's called TonyRockComedy.com.
Mm-hmm.
There's links to my Facebook, links to my Twitter, my foundation, my apparel. I have a t-shirt line I started, so apparel's on there.
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty much everything you need is on TonyRockComedy.com. Next project is we're working on is the sketch comedy show. I did my Comedy Central special. Had a lot of heat from that.
Mm-hmm.
I started pitching the idea for a sketch comedy show. Jamie Foxx at the same time was pitching the idea for a sketch comedy show. Who are you gonna go with? They went with the Oscar winner. So mine's kind of cooled down a little bit, but now we got a little heat again. A few networks are interested in again because of where his is going and the direction his is going in.
With that show, is there something like similar that make us think about it?
It would be Chappelle's show meets In Living Color, in that there's the whole cast like Living Color, but it's more, you know, edgier like Chappelle show. So,
that sounds exciting. I'm a big fan of both.
Yeah,
so
as am I.
I hope to be laughing out loud.
Hopefully you will be.
And we have been interviewing here with Tony Rock, and it has been a pleasure.
Shout out to Brooklyn. Got to end every interview with that. It's your favorite comic's favorite comic, Tony Rock.
Basically.
Basically.